business headlines. And for a little help with that, let's bring in business and markets analyst and Newsmax contributor, Seth Denson. Good morning, Seth.
Hey, good morning, Alex.
All right, let's start with the markets like we always do. The week starting off in the red, the Dow closing down to snap a 5-day winning streak. NASDAQ and the S&P both down as well, while futures are up this morning. Seth, all right, how are you feeling about the markets these days?
Listen, I think the markets are where they are, and I've gotten over the emotional tie to them. I think I've just got to kind of sit back and take the ride. I'm in the market for the long term. Jerome Powell came out yesterday talking about raising interest rates at a higher level, and I think that really drove the market. That in conjunction with Boeing and this downed airliner in China. On top of the fact that, listen, investors are sitting here watching this issue play out in Europe and in Ukraine, and they had all weekend to just kind of sit there. And when you hear about it all weekend, you go into Monday not feeling so great. I think that's why we saw the markets down. But good news, futures are up this morning.
Yeah, exactly. And you mentioned Jerome Powell. I'm going to get back to that in just a minute. But first, I want to touch on national gas prices. They're dipping, creeping down to $4.24. Now, that's only 1 cent down from yesterday. All right, Seth, how long is this very, very slow decline going to keep up? Is this a good sign the gas prices are finally kind of letting up?
Yeah, I think that maybe 20 minutes, how long these are going to keep up? No, listen, we talked about it over the weekend a little bit. You've got going into summer months, gas prices tend to go up. They will. You've got what you were just talking about. Daniel was just talking about Saudi Arabia saying, hey, thanks, Mr. President, no thanks, on more production out of OPEC. You've got all these factors playing in. Oil was up a little bit yesterday. I think this is all playing into it. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I think gas prices are certainly not going to be going down anytime soon.
No one wants to hear that, Seth.
Sorry.
All right, let's go back.
Just speak the truth.
We love that. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, like you were saying, said he does want to curb inflation by rate hikes. Now, Seth, is this the way to go to combat inflation?
Well, it's what Jerome Powell can do. That's about all he's got in his toolbox anymore. He should have started a long time ago. And why you saw the markets react the way they did yesterday is he's talking about bigger rate hikes than quarter points, right? And so this is similar to what we saw between 2015 and 2018. The Fed really wants interest rates to be around 2.5%. They think that that's the even kill benchmark. And it is when we're not dealing with inflation. But the Fed, in order to get to a place where we can get inflation under control, is likely going to have to make some bigger moves, more than quarter point, probably closer to half a point. And in doing so, the markets, man, they just didn't like that. They wanted slow and steady.
All right, well, I'm not sure if you're an Amazon Prime member, you got that nice 2-day free shipping, but if you're feeling the price hikes on shipping costs due to inflation, be prepared for it to continue to at least mid-2023. It seems that shipping industry and consumers, they just can't catch a break, especially since the supply chain crisis that honestly wasn't that long ago. But Seth, can consumers do anything to offset these shipping costs?
Well, you can go shop at your local store and you won't have to ship it. But here's the reality. Try to consolidate your orders. Maybe that will help. Gas prices going up, supply chain challenges. Shipping is going to be the issue going into the rest of the year. So just be prepared for it.
All right, Seth, we don't have a whole lot of time, but I had to ask you about this one. Andy Warhol, still pretty cool, but for a fee, as one of his works is poised to be the most expensive painting of the 20th century ever sold at auction. And the 1964 Warhol silk screen of Marilyn Monroe called Shot Sage Blue Marilyn will go to the highest bidder in May for an estimated $200 million. Seth, what do you think about that one?
My daddy used to say that a lot of people have more dollars than they do cents. But nonetheless, I mean, art does inflate at about 4% per year. So if you're looking at that long-term evaluation, the S&P will perform better, but you won't be able to look at the S&P on your wall. So I guess if you got it and that's what your thing is, go for it.
All right. Thanks, Seth, as always, for joining us this morning.
Appreciate it.